I really need to sit down and just take a breather after that. What an incredible game of football. Jesus Christ. Oh my living days. What an amazing Christmas cracker that was. That game just incorporates and encapsulates what the Premier League is all about. And Jesus Christ, we had a Christmas miracle shine down onto the Emirates. How on earth we got anything out of that game is beyond me. Generally, how on earth did we manage to earn a point out of that game? It is a genuine Christmas miracle. It just is. It really, really is. Welcome back to the final analysing Arsenal before Christmas, and today I will bring you my thoughts and feelings to the game at the Emirates Stadium tonight, a Friday night football which sees Arsenal take on Liverpool, a heavyweight clash between two top teams trying to make their stamp onto qualifying for the Champions League next season. A game which has ended 3-3, an absolutely crazy game, but not really. Does anybody find this unexpected to have an Arsenal Liverpool game that has a high scoring amount of goals? No, when Arsenal and Liverpool face against each other, there's always goals galore. Whether it's Arsenal battering Liverpool, which we have done in the 2014-15 season. Liverpool came up to the Emirates, we absolutely smashed them 4-1. This season, we went up to Anfield. The video that launched this analysing Arsenal series in all of its glory was when Liverpool gave us the absolute sausage by beating us by 4-0. And just, ever since Jurgen Klopp has taken over Liverpool, even though we haven't beaten Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool yet, they've just been so much high scoring, so many high scoring games. 3-3, 3-1, 4-3 last season at the Emirates, and a 3-3 here this evening. Now, all this week I've been kind of, on the one hand, excited going into this game. All day I've been just having so much excitement, with the build-up leading up to this game. And then on the other hand, major trepidation, because I just didn't want us to get absolutely ripped apart, giving us the sausages, just, having the same old story where, we just get absolutely ripped open by, Liverpool time and time again. And for the first kind of 60 minutes, 65, the first kind of hour of the game, that was the case. It should have been game over. We should have been out of sight, out of mind by the end of that. And then, kind of 5 minutes of absolute magic from the Gunners, put us ahead. And then Liverpool managed to sneak back and get themselves an equaliser. And at the end, it really could have gone either way. So I probably think at the end of the day, a point is a fair reflection on the two. But it just isn't, though, because Liverpool absolutely deserved it 100%. And looking at the team tonight, the teams that kind of ventured out, we started really with a 4-2-3-1. I'm looking at the team sheet right now. Maitland-Niles playing at right back. We had Shelny and Monreal in the centre back positions. Bellerin in the right back role. Jack Wilshere and Granit Xhaka in the middle. We had Iwobi and Sanchez out wide. Ozil in the number 10 role, and Alexandre Lacazette up front. As for Liverpool, they had the Fab Four, is what they're being called. I've never heard that before until tonight. They had Firmino up top, Coutinho in behind, Mane and Salah out wide with Chan and Henderson. Henderson had to go off early on because of an injury, so James Milner came on to replace him, and in the second half, Monreal withstood an injury, which meant that Mustafi had to come on for him. And when the game kicked off, really, we looked up for it in the early stages. We generally looked up for this game. And I thought, come on, boys, we look kind of ready to take on Liverpool. And, in the kind of the first, I'd say, 5 to 10 minutes, we didn't really create any clear-cut chances, but we were looking a little bit threatening, but just lacking that killer pass, that final, precision, bit of quality, bit of movement that you need to open up the door against the Premier League opposition side, which has been a recurring thing, really, that I've been talking about, on Analysing Arsenal for quite a while. We lack the killer pass and precision against West Ham, against Southampton, and it's been a recurring thing that is kind of, seeped through, the last kind of games that we've played for Arsenal. And then Liverpool, where they went forward, looked very, very threatening. And then kind of from about the 10th minute all the way up to half-time, Liverpool absolutely in cruise control. And they started absolutely battering us. And, we started the game showing Liverpool respect. But when we went up to Anfield in the summer, we went there thinking that we could outscore them. And, that just wasn't going to happen whatsoever, because, Liverpool are so deadly going forward that they will absolutely kill you if you allow them to have space. We had no defensive structure, no awareness, and no respect. We were naive in just thinking that we could go out to Anfield and absolutely let us, or let them, rip them apart. We weren't going to do that whatsoever. Liverpool, if you give them space to exploit your channels and cause you problems in attacking areas, they're going to do that, and that's the easiest thing that they do. They're probably like one of the best teams up there with Manchester City. In terms of the way that they play and the way that they attack, they are absolutely just frightening going forward. They generally are just so frightening, and it was starting to become quite concerning, in that first half, because Liverpool just had chance after chance after chance. We looked just shaken with fear. We were sitting back, but we were just allowing Liverpool to overpower us in midfield, overplay us, and then they get their first goal, which is just a lovely bit of play from Salah down the right hand side. Maitland-Niles is out of position, although he's a youngster. I can't blame him particularly well. It puts the ball in, Koscielny gets deflection, it then falls to Philippe Coutinho, who wins the header, and it chips up an overcheck into the back of the net for 1-0. And that was just around kind of the 20-25 minute mark that Liverpool went ahead, and from then on they were just battering us, they were controlling us, they were creating chance after chance after chance. Koscielny made another really absolutely huge mistake late on in the first half, which allowed Salah to go for a check, make the save, and then Mane had an open goal, and he went for an acrobatic kind of bicycle kick, which he missed. And then Liverpool had another really good chance with Roberto Firmino. He got the ball, was whipped it in from the back post from Mane into the back post where Firmino was, and Firmino missed the target. And going at the end of that first half, going into half time, we did not have one clear-cut opportunity. We did not force a save off Mignolet. We didn't have one clear-cut opportunity whatsoever, and it was very frustrating. I was getting very angry at this, because after kind of looking out for it in the early stages, we just weren't doing anything, and we were very lucky to go in at the break at 1-0, because we should have been at least 4 or 5 down. And then going into the second half, just a few minutes into the second half, Mohamed Salah gets through and slots it into the back of net for 2-0. And at this stage, I turned to my dad and said, it's game over. He said it's game over. And at that point, I thought, this is just the same old story. There was no hunger, there was no desire, there was no willingness to track back, there was no kind of defensive awareness when you're off the ball, zonal marking, marking the channels. There was none of that. There was nothing that Arsenal had whatsoever, and they were just allowing Liverpool to absolutely rip us apart, and they were just letting it happen, and they weren't showing anything whatsoever. Sanchez barely had a touch, wasn't doing anything, neither was Ozil. Lacazette, our front three that are so powerful and meant to be so attacking and so deadly to so many Premier League opposition defensive, they just weren't doing anything of the nature. The only player in the kind of the first hour that really looked up for it was Jack Wilshere, coincidentally, and other than him, everybody else looked absolutely they just couldn't be asked, really. And as I said, it was the same old story. How many times have we been sitting here saying that same old story? And I thought, if the game carried on, I wasn't going to waste my breath doing a video. I would have done like a 1-2 minute video just saying it's the same old thing, and I just can't be asked to talk about it anymore, because it was just so deflated when you've been excited and looking forward to a game all day, and then you actually get to the game and your team just don't turn up for it, in a heavyweight clash. It's just the most, just deflating and disheartening thing you can see. But we have 4 minutes and 45 seconds of absolute quality. Sanchez gets us back into the game. A ball is whipped in, he wins the header and puts it past Mignolet at 2-1. And it lifted the crowd, it lifted the players. And, Liverpool, no matter how good they are going forward, at the back, they are very susceptible to mistakes. And defensively, they're probably as bad as us. So, you're always going to get a chance as you're always going to get a chance against Arsenal. And the equaliser comes from an absolutely striking, fabulous, stunning, world-class finish from Granit Xhaka. He's got that in his locker. We know that he can score ridiculous goals. He likes, hitting, shots from, 30, 35 yards. And, Mignolet, incidentally should have done way better, because, it was a very poor act of goalkeeping from, Simon Mignolet, as we've said that many times before. Every time I watch Mignolet, I think, why have Liverpool still got him in the team? Because he's absolutely waste of space. He's an absolutely horrendous goalkeeper. And, Granit Xhaka's strike of sheer quality, power, precision, got us back into the game and got us the equaliser. And, you know, when we went 2-0 down, I did not have the slightest bit of inkling that we were going to get back into this game. Like, I just didn't believe it. I thought that was it. That was game over. You know, Liverpool were just going to see it out and maybe add even more, add more peril to our pain. And then we go ahead, courtesy of Mesut Ozil, a lovely bit of link-up play between Lacazette and Ozil. Ozil, gets it back, Lacazette in the middle, lights it down to Ozil down the right-hand side, and he just curls it, it gets past midfield, and we are 3-2 up. We score 3 goals in 5 minutes. And at this stage, I was so happy. I was saying, it's a Christmas miracle, boys. How on earth have we managed to not just get back into this game, but we are now winning this game? And, I even turned to my dad also said at this stage that even if we end up drawing this game, I'll be happy with it because we were 2-0 down. And, the fact that we're winning this game is just brilliant. If we can get anything out of this game, it's a decent result for us. And, we couldn't hold on to it. Liverpool had quality and they had sheer quality going forward. And then, Roberto Firmino gets a chance and, Cech incidentally makes a very, very good save. He really does make a good save. This was about, kind of 19 minutes to go. And, Firmino gets through, Cech makes a save, but then it's parried into the back of the net and Liverpool equalised, making it 3-3. The stats actually tell a fairly even game. We didn't have a single shot on target in the first half. We didn't, force a save off Mignolet once, but by the end of when the game came to its climax and the game had ceased, Arsenal had 11 shots, 4 on target. Liverpool had 14 shots, 9 on target. We edged possession and, in the end, we got back into the game. And, that was very, very, very good, particularly from being 2-0 down. So, 3-3 at the end of the day, I will take it. Obviously I wanted to win, and you could argue that, we, from being 2-0 down, we got back to making it 3-2, and it would have been great if we could hold on to what we had. But we were 2-0 down in the first place. To show a little bit of character and fight that we have to get back to making it 2-2 and go ahead is commendable, to say the very least. And, the fact that we've got a point out of it, we haven't lost the game, 1 point is better than none. I'll take it at the end of the day. And probably Liverpool, they were in dreamland being 2-0 up. Their defensive frailties came to fruition and they conceded 3 goals in quick succession. And then they got the equaliser, and kind of in the last kind of 15 minutes from when it was 3-3, it could have gone either way. Liverpool had chances, Arsenal had chances. And, Oxlade-Chamberlain came on to return against his old side and, was met and greeted with many, many boos. And I mean, I didn't boo, I said, good luck to him. He wanted to play at a club he felt was more competitive. I think we all knew that Oxlade-Chamberlain was going to leave. And he didn't really light up in an Arsenal shirt, if I'm being perfectly honest. So, I'm not going to boo him. I know people say, when you leave, a former club and go to a main rival, you're going to be met with hostility. But I don't have any hostility towards Oxlade-Chamberlain, I always say if you leave Arsenal, you're dead to me, but I couldn't really get that. You kind of really applies if I thought you were an amazing player. I think he's a good player, Oxlade-Chamberlain, but, he wasn't like, if we don't play Oxlade-Chamberlain, we're going to lose this game. That never crossed my mind once when he was in, an Arsenal shirt. But, I'd say that a point is better than nothing, and, I'm agitated and irritated that we couldn't hold on to when we went ahead in the game. But at the other side, we were in a parent's position, at 2-0, nobody gave us a hoping else chance. And the other kind of point of frustration is that, the potential, we scored 3 goals in 5, minutes, right? And, you could argue that, Liverpool are, susceptible, at the back, and they're not really great, defensively. But it shows that we've got the character, spirit and quality to cause Premier League defensive problems, So why can't we do that right at the start? Why do we spend the first hour looking like we're going to get beaten 5-6-0? It's the same old story. And, that's what I can't understand, why all of a sudden you turn it on and perform well. Why can't you perform from minute 1 to minute 90? It makes no sense. And it is very, very frustrating. And it's the same hymn sheet that I've been singing for many, many years, and my thoughts on that, and it's not going to change until we see change at the club. But, the fact that we've got something out of the game tonight is, decent, and I will take that at the end of the day. I really will take that. Let's have a look at where we are on the Premier League table, because tonight was a chance for us to go above Liverpool, obviously in the race for the top 4. So we are on 34 points. We're a point behind Liverpool, and Liverpool have a far superior goal difference than us. But really, the biggest victory or victorious of the victorious, what was that? The victors of this weekend, that was the word I was looking for, are Chelsea, because if they can beat Everton tomorrow morning, then they will go, so they are 4 points, they will go 7 points clear of us, and they will go 6 points clear of Liverpool, you know, in third. So, you know, that is very, very good for Chelsea. They can certainly have a bit of, you know, spell going into Christmas with a big breathing space, and, you know, they will be closer to Manchester United in kind of that second, third position. We will certainly be battling with Liverpool for that top 4 spot this season. It's absolutely crucial that we can get back into the Champions League if we can't do it by winning the Europa League as well. So, you know, if we'd lost that game, you know, Liverpool would have gone to 37, we would have stayed on 33, then we'd be 4 points behind them, and that really would have been a big cause for concern. It's not great, and Arsenal did not perform to their best tonight, and there were certainly, you know, lots of acts of frustration. There was lots of stuff that I wasn't happy with tonight, but we showed a little bit of character and fight. You know, we had 5 minutes of absolute quality, and in the end that quality got us a point. We didn't deserve the point. We deserved to lose this game tonight 100%, and, you know, credit to Liverpool, they played absolutely brilliantly, but, you know, at the end of the day, it just was one of those games that was an absolute joy to watch from a neutral. And as I said, it was a Christmas miracle. It really was a Christmas miracle that we got ourselves the win at the end of the game. So I'm going to leave analysing Arsenal there for you guys. My last point that I want to say is that there's this Liverpool fan that I know, that I want you guys to check out his channel. I'll leave a link to it in the description. Please go check him out. He's a very, very good YouTuber. It's a FIFA YouTuber, does his career mode. Very, very good YouTuber. And yeah, please check out his YouTube channel. As I said, I'll leave the link to that in the description below. And that is the last Analyze Arsenal for Christmas. So I hope you guys have a really, really good Christmas. I will rejoin you on Boxing Day as we play Crystal Palace. I believe that is our next game. Let me just double check that. I don't want to look stupid in front of all you guys. I think Arsenal's next game, I'm 100% certain that we have got Crystal Palace away. Yes, we do. Actually not on Boxing Day, it's on Thursday the 28th. I thought it was on Boxing Day. It is not on Boxing Day, it is on the 28th of December. Yeah, it is. It's on the 28th of December at 8 o'clock. So I will be rejoining you on that day to bring you that Analysing Arsenal, give you my thoughts and my feelings. That is a must-win game before we play West Brom on New Year's Eve, and then we play Chelsea, which is a big game coming up. Please make sure to leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel if you also enjoy it, and check out my other content as well. And this is DJ Bagpuss signing out. Take care, and I shall see you all soon. But until next time, take care and Merry Christmas as well. Let's see if Arsenal can pick up 6 big points out of 6 to end 2017 before a heavyweight clash, the first clash of 2018 against the Blues at the Emirates. We will find out very, very soon.